Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Rewind that. It's your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Today, we're going to be going over the latest episode of Raising Kanan, Season 3, episode number 3. That episode is called Open for Business. And this is kind of like a late recap, of course, because yesterday I did not have the chance. I could not do my midnight live. So I do want to apologize to you guys for that. As you can see, I'm not in my studio, so I'm here trying to do what I can do, to just get my review out. Okay. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, but we're here and we're going to talk about it. Okay. What's up, Mike Conley and Rashonda Greer? Hey, so iconic. All right, guys, let's get into this. You know how I get sometimes. What's up, Zamarcus? I start, ranting. Now, I don't know because I kind of let my members have a little bit of my rant. So I'm honestly not sure how things are going to go when it comes to the rant, but I'm still going to do what I can. I'm just going to flow, okay? Like I'm going to pay attention to my notes, but I'm also going to flow, okay? I did like the episode, but we're going to talk. All right. What's up, Monica M? All right. So, guys, let's talk about the opening, okay? So, the opening of the episode kind of I won't say starts off where we left off, but we get back to the club scene with Ronnie, and this is his first deletion, if you will, okay, of the bouncer. Okay, now we all saw this kill coming. It was not anything surprising or nothing like that. Very predictable. How he was going to carry out this kill was something that I was kind of interested in. And I will say it was kind of disappointing. It was a weak kill, in my opinion. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm calling for like crazy violence or nothing like that. But when you see somebody like Ronnie, who just seems to be a super, like, at this point, a freaking figure in a horror film, you kind of expect something a little different. You know what I mean? But whatever. It is what it is. He deleted somebody. I mean, I don't really care. I don't know what I'm expecting from this guy at this point. Like, I just don't like his character. It's corny to me. And I will say more about that. But he tells the guy, maybe I'll buy some jabos this time. What you think? And I was just like, that was a little bit smooth, a little bit, but it's kind of like I don't get smooth from you, so I don't want to hear smooth lines coming from your mouth because you're crazy to me, So I feel, guys, here's my thing with Ronnie. I feel conflicted about him. Like, I know for a fact I don't like him, but first of all, let me just take a break for 1 second. And the actor who plays him, he's outstanding, because I saw this interview with him and Ronnie. I'm sorry, not Ronnie, him and Unique Joey Bade. And I'm telling you, the guy, like, his personality, like, it just kind of shined through in the interview. And for him to, first of all, he's so cute. He has a nice smile, everything. Like, he just has this demeanor about him that's totally opposite from his character. So when you see people like that, actors like that, and then they act like somebody like Ronnie, you just gotta give the respect. So, not to say that this actor will ever hear me saying these things, but I always want to, like, remind people that it's just about the character. It's not the actor. Okay, not at all. Because I am gonna have some jokes on Ronnie this evening. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, but the actor, Grantham or something like that, his name is. Oh, come on, I have to take my I don't have no hat on, honey, but just salute. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Detroit Kings? Is it Noor Angel? LSW Dar 228. Thank you so much. Yes, hit that like button. So, how did you guys feel about Ronnie's first kill? Was it all you wanted? Were you here for it? Was it weak? Like, talk to me, and then I'm gonna move on and everything. But he wearing Lee jeans, y'all. When I was a kid, folks used to make fun of people that wore Lee jeans. You had to wear Levi's, not Lee jeans. Okay, whatever. Maybe that's a New York thing, but that's what happened when I was growing up. Definitely had to have them jabos on though. Okay. Cortland says, "Do you think Ronnie likes women?" I don't think he's gay, but I don't think he respects women. Like, yeah, I don't think he respects women. I think that he looks down on them, and he definitely will mistreat one if it comes to that. All right. We even saw the way he was talking to Pernessa. He don't have respect for women. What's up, J Mac? Mike Conley said weak a little. Yeah, it was weak for somebody to be, oh, this big. I mean, he to me he ain't even no big bad nothing. He's just crazy. And my thing that I was saying that where I'm conflicted with him is I was saying, all right, he's crazy, he looks crazy, and he's quiet. Okay, fine. So I'm not expecting him to have that many lines. When he deleted the dude, to me, he was talking too much. Oh, I'm gonna buy some jabos, this and that. When he said the lead gene thing, I was like, okay, that's fine. That's not that much to say. But then you think I'm gonna get some jabos. What you think? All of this. That kind of reminded me a little bit of something that Lulu would say. So I wasn't really feeling that. I wasn't connecting those lines with his character. That's what I'll say. So that's why I'm a little bit confused about him because I kind of feel like pick one. Is this guy a crazy dude who stalks people and stares into space and then stares across the street at you and don't say nothing? Because if that's who he is, then I don't want to hear him with too many lines. I'm sorry. That's just, I know that, we kind of we got to hear him say something, but I don't really want to hear that much because y'all already kind of set this tone. Don't confuse me. Anyway, so yeah, he's definitely not falling for Rock saying she's out the game, and neither is Big Fish, Stefano. All right. Yeah, I think he's just hyped to be a crazy, unpredictable type guy, but I don't think he's gonna be on Lamar's level. Right. And I'm fine with the unpredictable crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm fine with that. But like once you start mixing in stuff and now I'm confused, whether you're a talker, you're this, like, don't confuse me. That's all I'm saying. And also, can we please get rid of the element of like Michael Myers? Like, I don't like all of that. Like, and I'm gonna talk about that later. Like, that was ridiculous. Everybody, even Mike Conley said that Michael Myers type vibe. Exactly. Like, come on. When I saw him standing across the street, and I'm saying this now, and I don't even want to talk about this right now because that's the end of the scene. But when I saw him watching, just staring, I was like, what are we watching? What the heck am I watching? Motionless, his body, he's just standing there. I'm gonna wait. I got a few jokes, so I'm gonna hold it. Nicole Washington says, how do we know if he deleted the guy? Could have hurt him really bad. He just want to let him know who he is. That's a good one too. I was thinking that as well. That it could be a possibility that he did not delete him. So yes. Right. So we're gonna talk about all of these things, guys. We're gonna get back to Ronnie later, but that's just that. I'm very annoyed with him. Okay, so guys, now we got the FBI who brings in Stefano, aka the Big Fish. Okay, they bring him in on some bull crap. Okay, for selling red arowana fish. All right, for them, they're saying that it's illegal and in violation of the Lazy Act. Okay, and guys, the fish turns out to be Saratogas, not arowanas. All right, so as we see, he's down at the precinct and everything. And the FBI guys are telling him, listen, we know everything gets back to you, pretty much goes through you, all of that stuff, just like we know, so we're basically digging into you. We're setting up shop here all over Queens. It's a lot going on. And we're going to find out what happened to Sal because we know, And I loved his response, Stefano's response when he was like, yeah, just like you knew what Saratoga was the arowana. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yes, exactly. Just like they knew that. Okay. Y'all ain't going to find out a daggone thing. That's basically what he's telling them. Okay. So now we also have this scene right here where Juke, let me do this one instead, where Juke and Lou are working on, her track and her music and everything. Of course, we know Juke sounds good. And but we have Marvin on board now. So he's being super supportive. He's there. He's like, that's my girl. You know what I mean? Well, you're going to do good, blah, blah, blah. You already got this and everything. And he's also kind of giving a little bit of feedback as well. And he's saying, maybe you should come in when the beat drop. And I like that idea, because for me, as someone who loves music, when the beat drops sometimes is when the song really, like, that's when everything takes off, right? So that's important. I don't know if they took him seriously with that, or they were just kind of like listening to what he was saying, but it wasn't a bad idea. Now, for me, when you see Marvin, Jukebox, and Lulu all together like this, it makes me wonder, is Marvin going to play a part in what's about to take place with Lulu? Because make no daggone mistake about it, Lulu is about to do some new things, and we're going to talk about that a little later on. I'm going to give more of my, opinion on that later on. Okay. Nora says, Marvin made my heart happy this episode. It kind of scares me. Oh, yeah. I was like, yeah, Marvin, do it when the beat drop. Exactly, right? I was with him too. And then I just kind of felt like they just looked at him like, okay, I don't, like, you couldn't tell if they were really listening to him, but they don't know if what am I trying to say? All right, I kind of feel like maybe they're looking at him like, man, you don't know what you're talking about. Or maybe they're saying, he might be right, but they're probably sleeping on it, right? Because if truth be told, Marvin could have that music bug as well. He just never showed it, right? And it may not be strong, like he may not really care about it, but it doesn't mean he doesn't have the ear. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so DeMarcus says Marvin was acting like Arsenio Hall. Yeah, I like that part too. Woo, woo, woo. That was pretty cool. All right, so let's move on, guys. So now we have Howard, who he tells Rock, why is this doing that? That is not what I want, guys. Oh, okay. This thing is acting a little bit stupid. I really don't know what happened to my layouts. All right. Guess we're going to just do it like this. Oh my goodness. All right. Whatever. Okay. So, sorry about that, guys. That was a big distraction just now. So we have Howard, who tells Rock that the FBI set up shop at the precinct and they're sniffing around all over the place. Okay, all over freaking Queens. All right. So she goes to see Kanan, right? But he had went to see Simrad for another business opportunity, like, because he came with his plans. Simrad already told him no. So he came back with a different plan this time. All right. Simrad heard him out and all of that. And now he's with it, especially as long as we don't got Famous. Okay. All right. So like I said, she goes to see, even though she tells Howard, listen, everything is okay. Kanan ain't no fool and all that. We good. She still got to go check on him. So she goes to check on Kanan and he's not there. Famous is there. So she gives Famous some money and tells him, if you need anything, you come to me. Well, all right. So when Rock leaves, she sees that Howard wasn't BSing about the feds being all over the place. Okay. Because she saw a van parked down the block. All right. I'm kind of going to be maybe a little bit not totally in line with everything going on in the episode, meaning not scene by scene. So whatever comes to mind, that's going to remind me that I'm going to talk about it. We saw that Kanan, when he was getting ready to leave, he was telling Famous, let's go, we're going to go see Simrad. I don't know what conversation took place because Simrad he didn't want no parts of them. Now, all of a sudden, he's able to see him again and talk to him. He wanted Famous to go with him, but it turned out to be a good thing that Famous did not go with him because of the fact that Simrad don't want to work with Famous. Okay. So, now you got, what was I going to say? I think I'm skipping around a little bit. Oh, so now, Rock, she comes in and she's asking Famous. First of all, she sees the layout. Listen, you can't deny, and I can't deny that what is his name? Kanan has really been planning. Okay. He got the maps and everything of the boroughs and all of that out. And she sees this on the table, like, what the heck is this? You know what I mean? But she still cannot tell what the heck he's up to. But she's asking Famous, like, what the heck is going on? I'm hearing that he around people that he not supposed to be around and all of this. And he's like, no, no. New friends, huh? To me, something about Famous this season is a kind of goofy, and they gave him even more of an innocent look, in my opinion, and that kind of scares me. Like, I already feel like Famous is gonna die. I'm not trying to say that I want to see him die, but I just think it's gonna happen, and especially before, when he was doing stupid things and it looked like, all right, yeah, get him out of here. But now, like, when they start making people look innocent, or making them kind of like goofy, or that's when it's like, oh gosh, that's when it hits my heart. You know what I'm saying? But if you got me feeling like you deserve your death. I mean, deserving your death could be, subjective, right? So it's whatever you think somebody deserves. But as for me, if you deserve it because certain things that I don't like per se, then I don't care, really. Bye. You know what I mean? But like, when they start playing on the character, starting to like maybe make them a little dumb or naive, or he's kind of a mixture of those things. He's a bit of a goofy, and he's also not very dumb, because he said some smart things to Kanan, which I will talk about in a minute as well. But yeah, when I see that, it kind of makes me feel like, I'm a little afraid now for Famous, and I don't want to see it happen, even though I've been kind of preparing myself. But I think the writers have a great way of making you think you're prepared for somebody to die, and they will turn it around on you real quick. Like, oh, you thought you was ready? You're not ready, because I'm about to tug on your freaking heartstrings. At least that's what they do to me. Okay, because I'm all sensitive and everything. What's up, Stephen Harris? And Virginia Love and Queen. So Iconic says the writers are intentionally letting us know Famous doesn't want to be a part of it. Right. Intentionally. You're right about that. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Nicole Washington is saying what I've been saying. All right. He's too scary. He will get high off his own supply. Not only that, Nicole, I already think he's getting high off of something other than weed, which is the reason why in last week's episode they didn't confirm it or anything, but he was mysteriously looking for something. We didn't know what he was looking for. You know what I'm saying? But that's that. Nora says, I'm just confused as to why, if Famous doesn't want to be in the game, why doesn't he do legit work? Exactly. But see, the thing is, I think in last week's episode, I was saying, why in the world would he allow Kanan to answer for him when it came to, the guy Paul dishing out the work to the couriers? And he said, Kanan was like, nah, we good. And if I were Famous, and I know that, and I know what my boy is up to, he want to go into the drug game, I'd be like, you may be good, but I'm gonna go and see what's up. I told you I don't want no parts of that. So you do your thing, Kay, and I'm gonna do my thing the legitimate way. And I think that is what he should have done. But Nicole says, because Famous is lazy. And that is the truth as well. But it's not just the laziness, guys. It's also, remember, it's the drugs. So he when he smokes a lot. And so the weed, we saw when he was at his mom's house, it made him super duper lazy. But we also was still trying to suspect, is he doing something else? You know what I mean? We've always been suspecting that. You doing something else or what? Okay. So let me see where I'm at, because I don't want to lose track. All right, but we're going to get back. Okay, like I said, when she comes out of the house, of the apartment complex, she sees the van down the block. She busts the Yui. Like, I'm not even giving these freaking guys a chance to follow me. All right, so she goes her own way. Now back to the conversation right here between these two right here, the baby mother and the baby father, right? Rock and Howard. As he's telling her to make sure that she ties up any loose ends, she tells him that she ain't the only one with loose ends, right? That partner of yours all tied up yet? That's the question that she's asking him. And Howard answers the way a man who's trying to play innocent is supposed to answer, guys, okay? She deleted herself, and it was a real freaking tragedy. The whole department is mourning. Show some respect, okay? And I was like, you know what? This man is something else. But this is what I was trying to say in last week's episode, okay? When it came to Kanan asking the question, we not supposed to do that. We're not supposed to be asking about those kind of things. And you see how they conducted the conversation? All Rock did, she didn't really say nothing. She just smirked. She looked at him. And then that's when he changed the subject and said, anyway, Kanan out here doing the most. Okay. And that's what made her go check on him. All right. And when she left, she said, sorry for your loss, detective. You know, I'm sure you'll get past it soon. Because there's nothing else that needs to be said. You know, in the scene after this, when she goes to check on Kanan and she's coming out and she sees the van down the street, you hear grown Kanan's narration saying, when the cops are on you, you look straight ahead. But when the feds are on you, you looking over your shoulder. Why? Because the feds will find any and every loophole they can to hear your conversations. And this is why this is the perfect example of how to conduct that type of conversation. They know exactly what they're saying to each other right now without saying it. There's nothing else to talk about. She know he deleted him, and he know. He knows she know. But have some respect, because I'm going to keep on. Like, I won an Oscar for this. And I'm going to show that I'm deserving of my title. I'm deserving of my award, my accolade, okay? So that's that. Listen, y'all. And DeMarcus, this is for you, okay? You love you some Ronnie. That ninja's a clown to me, okay? This man right here, Howard, Malcolm Howard, brother Malcolm, got the nerve to be a brother Malcolm, all right? He is more dangerous than Ronnie. And you know why? And these are the type of characters that I like. I like characters like him right here. Even though you know that this is a snake, because we know, because we're watching, but the other characters don't know, because he can act his behind off, manipulate people. He lies and makes you feel like you could trust him. Ronnie, he looks crazy. And what did you see at the end? He makes a ninja want to run from him. So with Ronnie, you see the dude coming and you want to run. He's crazy. It's like Debo. You know what I'm saying? Or Jaws, whatever you want to say. Or Michael Myers in this case. You know? So, Howard, you're not going to see it coming. You're not. It's not going to happen. Because he knows how to play on your minds. He will get you to trust him. All right? And that's that to me. And that's why, to me, this dude is more dangerous. And that is that. Okay. Now, let's see what folks are saying. Hey, Devin, it's okay. You're at work. Hopefully you could watch. You know what I'm saying? While you're at work. I know you're on now, but I don't know. All right. Nothing to talk about. It is what it is. That's right. Kanan want people to tell the whole truth, just like Reek wanted Ghost to do. Exactly. All right. So let's move on. Okay. Howard and Ronnie are both great actors. Ronnie ain't no great actor. Howard is. Now, if you're talking about Omar Epps and Grantham, then you on point. But the only good actor in this freaking show right now is Detective Howard. He's the Oscar award winning dude. And then I'm going to give it to my girl, Rock. Okay? Don't play with it. All right. Now let's see where we're at. All right, guys, we're going to get into Unique. All right. Right here. So they over here doing their thing. First, let me just say this before I say anything. This scene right here scared me. Because like I said, I don't know what this dude, the unpredictable, I don't know what Ronnie's going to do. So when Unique was spotting Ronnie, I was not afraid. Okay? But when it was time for Ronnie to spot Unique, I was afraid that if Unique would have said the wrong thing, he would have let the bar go down on Unique's neck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've seen that type of stuff in movies before plenty of times, but I thought they was going to do it again, and they didn't, and I appreciated that they didn't. Okay? That's wonderful. All right, so in this scene though, guys, we have Unique, who is he's telling Ronnie that, you know, he doesn't have to worry about Rock anymore because Ronnie wants to get down to business. Like, what's going on? Like, I'm ready to make this money. Okay. So he's, like I said, he's telling his brother that Rock is done. She's out the way. Right. But it's not enough for Ronnie. And he tells Unique that if Rock is breathing, she's hustling, and they should have taken her out back in the day. All right. And then he adds, it's not too late. It's never too late. All right. And this is the face that Unique has on when his brother tells him it's not too late to take out Rock. He has nothing to say at all, by the way. But he just gets, you know, this is it. I think he got up after that, but regardless, it don't matter if he got up or not. That's the face that he had. He's not trying to hear that. Okay, that's his little boo that he be going to whenever the heck he can. All right. It don't even look like he let her know. I mean, most likely, Rock does seem like the type of chick that you need to call her first. But, you know, whatever. Okay. So Iconic says, I was on edge too. Hopefully no more gym scenes with those two together, right? I don't want to see any more either. So we're going to go right on ahead and jump into this scene where Unique meets with the Asian mob. Okay. You could say Asian gang, mob, whatever. Okay. And the thing that interested me the most was when the Asian boss tells Unique that you can't help who you love, because we find out that he doesn't mess with the Chinese, right? And clearly he's not Chinese. He don't mess with the Chinese because they think they better than us, this and that. So he like, so how the heck, you like, what the heck is going on? Unique was confused. He said his cousin is Chinese. He's like, how is your cousin Chinese? He's like, because my wife is Chinese, you know. And Unique is like, so you don't like Chinese, but you married to a Chinese? Like, the heck going on? And the boss says, you can't help who you love. And Unique says, ain't that the truth? So for me, I was over here like, wait a hot daggone minute. You mean to tell me that Unique is falling for Rock? Like, you're telling me you love Rock? Because who else is he talking about? Like, we've seen this. I just lost my train of thought because I was looking at somebody's comment. I'm gonna have to stay out the comments for a minute, y'all, because then I'm gonna lose my train of thought too much. Yeah, he loves Rock. Like, there's nobody else that he could be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could possibly think it could be his brother, but that's his brother. That would be corny if he's talking about his brother. You know what I'm saying? That's whack. What's up, Renee Hicks and AG and your queen Yolanda? So I'm like, oh man. But what I do like about this scene also is, you see, okay, let me just tell you guys that Unique got the MVP of the episode for me. I don't always give out MVPs, but I was just really feeling all his moves. I kind of feel like he's the way he does things is a bit risky, but it works for him. Like, he go in there and let a dude know, like, I ain't no punk, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I stand on mine, this and that. You know, he didn't care when he went to go talk to Stefano. And then he earned Stefano's respect as well. And so I like the parallels between both of the scenes. When he talked to Stefano, he talked to him, and they had some type of, they kind of found like a common ground. There was something that they kind of connected with. Not to say for sure that the fish was the thing that did it, but I always feel the smallest thing, the fish kind of did it for Stefano. Like, this dude is interested in my fish. And then he was kind of complimenting him too, saying, you do it right with the ladies. You got that little sauce about you and all of that. So you kind of saw that. And the fact that they're both conversationalists, that's the thing that they found in common. And then in this scene right here, you kind of saw that the thing that they found that these two have in common is, first of all, they're both young. They did not expect each other to be young. And then the other thing was that, they can't help who they love, So we already saw that the boss, the Asian boss, Vietnamese boss, whatever you want to call him, he kind of already had some respect for Unique already because how Unique came in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stand alone and I'm here and I ain't going nowhere. You better get used to it. And he tells, the other guy that I like this black dude, or he's cool, and then you see Unique kind of probably have a little respect for him once he tells him you can't help who you love. And it just happens like that in life, period. Like, once you find a common ground with somebody, that just opens up things sometimes. It's simple. It really is. A lot of times it's pretty simple. But like I said, I like it. I like all of the stuff that's been going on. But kind of going back to this scene right here, because I kind of forgot. The reason why I jumped back to the scene is because now we see that there is a conflict of interest, where we hear Unique's brother telling him that it's not too late to take out Rock. All right. But this is a conflict of interest for Unique, because in this scene right here, he doesn't say he loves Rock, but he agrees that you can't help who you love. It's not 100% that he's saying, or he's referring to Rock when he agrees with the boss here, but I believe that that's exactly what the heck it is. Okay. Anyway, guys, I don't give a toot and horn what this dude's name is. DeMarcus, I'm glad you be knowing everybody's name. Sometimes I don't, and that's just that. Okay. Stop showing off all the daggone time. All right. Now, where am I at? So we got that right there. That's what's up. He's gonna get MVP in my book. And there you go. Now we have Rock, who comes by. Okay. And she is giving this lady a necklace. And when I say lady, I'm talking about Juke. All right. Comes by to give Juke a necklace that has a J on it. But she also wants to remind Juke that if she hears anything about Kanan getting into some mess, to let her know. All right. And a part of me feels like, I don't want to say that. I don't even want to say that. I don't want to say that, because I was going to say, like, a part of me feels like she bought the necklace just so she could come over and give it to her, and kind of like a manipulation tactic, and give her all these congrats on her, her audition, and this and that, you're going to kill it, blah, 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 just so that she can kind of continue to, get her to tell her what's going on with Kanan. I don't want to think that way, guys. But honestly, I feel like Rock is really a master manipulator. So it's kind of hard not to think that she really did go out her way, got this thing for Juke, But that means she would have had to go pick it up that same day that she heard all this. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably not the case. I do believe she really loves Juke. Of course, I believe that. But I'm just like, I don't know. It kind of, yeah. Hey, HFG says it felt manipulative. Yeah, it definitely did. It felt manipulative to me. I'm just like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't doubt that she loves her. I really, really don't. But this right here, it has some strings attached. Let's just say that. Okay. That's it. Okay. I don't know what Juke is gonna find out. But Juke ain't interested. She's doing her own thing right now. She's not. I haven't seen Kanan. I don't know what the heck is going on with him. She in here practicing in the mirror, all of this stuff. Okay. Now, one thing about this necklace right here, though, I don't know why I'm feeling something from this necklace. It may not be anything, but also when Juke was in the mirror and she was practicing, she kind of like brought the necklace outside of her shirt and was, messing with the J and everything. I don't know why I'm feeling something behind it. I don't know if something with the necklace is going to play into the story as well. It could be something small. It could be something big. Not to say that the necklace is going to offset something. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that at a moment in time, this necklace will show again. Something's going to happen. I don't know. The only thing that I could tell you guys to get you to understand without saying what I've done is there was a story that I wrote where the father gave his daughter a necklace, and that necklace did play a huge role in what happened, like a big event that happened in the story. That's all I will say. And I guess because I wrote something like that, it makes me wonder. But then you see her kind of playing with it in the mirror, and maybe it wasn't anything. Maybe it was just like she looks at it and it reminds her to encourage herself because there's people that believe in her. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's all it is. But I'm always kind of going there, All right, guys. So now, guys, we have Kanan who comes in, he's all excited and it's a little he's excited about his business operation and he's telling his friend who's not interested at all, okay? He's telling Famous that it's on and popping now. We about to do that. We doing this, And like I said, Famous, he's not interested. He tells him that, and he's been telling him that. And he also tells Kanan that it doesn't seem like the smartest thing to do right now because the feds are sniffing around. And earlier I told you guys, I said that this is something that, even though I feel like he's a little goofy at moments, but he also shows that he's thinking about stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's thinking about things. And so it just makes me feel like I gotta hold on, guys. I'm distracted by the chat. All right. So he's thinking about things that are happening around him. He doesn't want to be in the game. He's letting it be known. On top of that, it's hot in these streets. And this is the part where I was saying that he is being smart. Kanan is being stupid because he's too eager right now. All right. And this is the reason why Kanan gets on my freaking nerves. All right. Now, the thing that happens though, right? Kanan, he's annoyed that Famous, his lazy behind has the nerve to shoot down his ideas. Okay, but here's when it gets real. It gets real when Famous tells Kanan that Rock left them some money. We good, Kay. We don't, your mom's left us money, this and that. She got us. So Kanan's like, you took money from my mother. You let my mother in the apartment or in the crib or whatever he said. And I'm like, first of all, this is not your place. This is not your place. And until you come up with the rent, my little ninja, you should not be in here acting like no freaking bully. That's where I stand with it. All right. But listen, he smacks Famous and he tells him that the next time he lets Rock in, he's going to F him up. Okay. And there goes the bully Kanan that we know in OG Power, guys. And I'm pretty freaking sure that a lot of y'all were happy to see that because y'all just can't wait to see Demon Kanan. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was a light slap, it was still being a freaking bully, like for real, for real. And at this point, for a lot of people like me, you want to see what made Kanan who he was. I want to see what made Kanan who he was, all the factors involved in OG Power, what made him. I don't necessarily want to see him, turn into a monster as a kid. I don't want to see that. But I say all that to say, for me, him being a bully, I don't really see where there's a connection with anything like that. Like I don't see it. Some people, like, what makes you turn on your friend? This is somebody that this is his best friend who he loves, and now all of a sudden you a bully now, like you sunning him. So to me, there's no real connection that would say, okay, what this is what made so far what we've seen in Kanan's life, what of any of those elements is to say that that is what contributed to him being a bully or turning into a bully. It's not adding up for me. You know, manipulation. If I would have seen him manipulate Famous, then I'd be like, okay, so far we've seen him be manipulated and lied to and all of that. So if I saw him lying to Famous or manipulating Famous, it would add up to me. But the bully, I don't really see where that's connected to and what turned on that switch. You know what I mean? I don't see that. So I'm not really here for that. It don't connect for me, and I'll just leave it there respectfully. You know what I'm saying? So now, guys, we have Ronnie who tells Panessa that Unique might have a side piece. And I'm gonna tell you right now that Ronnie enjoyed this. He had a smirk on his face and everything, y'all. He enjoyed it. I don't know what the heck he thought he would gain by doing that, but he doesn't mind being a troublemaker as well. We're starting to see he don't mind, causing some type of friction in Unique's home, in his brother's home, in a home where this lady is going shopping for your Honey Nut Cheerios and you don't have any respects for her. It is what it is. Okay. Of course, she's asking where the heck Unique is. She knew they had went to the gym together. He's like, we went earlier and now I'm here. So no, I don't know where the heck he's at. And instead of saying hi to her when she first comes in, he said, did you get my ish? And I'm just like, what is wrong with this guy? No respect whatsoever. Okay. And I know Moochie was saying something last week. Shout out to my girl Moochie. She was saying something about them Honey Nut Cheerios. Now I know that in I think last week's live that I did with the recap, I was saying that I didn't want to go there and say that something was going to happen between, Ronnie and the boy, the nephew. But I just felt, because of the fact that Jerome's name keeps coming up, I'm like, I don't know. It's either he's going to hurt Panessa or he's going to hurt the baby. And because Unique hasn't been paying attention and he's been doing a whole lot of other stuff, it's like, something's going to happen a little drastic. And I kind of feel like the most drastic measure would be that Ronnie would hurt the child. And when you saw the zooming, because Moochie said if that baby touched some Honey Nut Cheerios, it's going to be a problem. So when you saw the zoom in on the Honey Nut Cheerios, I was like, oh my gosh, Moochie is right. Okay. It's the Honey Nut Cheerios. Now, I've been saying, I'm hoping. I didn't want to go there because you just don't want to see a kid get hurt. But when the minds come together with my other, my co-hosts and everything, and now we got the zoom in on the Honey Nut Cheerios. I don't know, y'all. I'm definitely thinking more strongly that something's gonna happen with that baby. I hope not, though. Another thing that I noticed is that as Ronnie was organizing the cabinet, it shows that he's probably got some OCD. All right. He's got OCD because he was very meticulous about how he's putting everything together and all of that stuff. And so I wonder if he was always like this or did he develop this while he was away? I don't know. As much as I feel like Ronnie is overrated, I still would like some backstory because I don't know. It's just whatever. All right, y'all. So let's move on. We're going to go on ahead and talk about this guy who deserves award after award. All right. It's Detective Howard. All right. Now, he finds out that Adina is keeping Burke's IAD investigation alive. Okay. It's because she's trying to get Burke exonerated. He finds this out through Captain Baptiste. All right. So he pays Adina a little visit. And what does he do, guys? He lays on that charm and he got her believing that he always wanted to help Burke. And, it's gonna bother him what happened to her. He wish he would have, probably paid more attention, or if all of us would have paid attention and all of that. Y'all know the gist of the whole conversation. You know what I'm saying? So it was confirmed that Adina was only going off of that last thing that Burke told her, which was, if she told me that if something happened to me, it wouldn't be what it looked like, right? But I had a theory that I wanted it to be more than that. Yes, I was paying attention to what she said, but I didn't know that because she wasn't listening to Adina. So I was figuring maybe she ain't gonna go so hard about. I'm sorry, she wasn't listening to Adina. Adina wasn't listening to Burke. So I was figuring, well, maybe she's not gonna go as hard. You know what I mean? Maybe she's not gonna go as hard with trying to exonerate her or with listening to her. So I'm thinking, hey, to create more drama, maybe Burke left a voicemail. Screw the conversation that we heard. Maybe Burke left a voicemail, but that's just me trying to, keep the drama going and stuff like that. But it's definitely looking like Howard is going to get away with this situation. Okay. But, Howard, he just keeps delivering those acting chops. And his speech was so moving, and I'm almost certain that he convinced Adina to leave the IAD investigation alone. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Don't necessarily know, but we'll see. Okay. Please make sure you hit the like button. We got 74 people in the building. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So let's move on, y'all. I gotta talk about these people. Let me tell y'all something real quick. And I apologize. I had to get out of the chat. Y'all distracted me too much. I don't see y'all comments. These guys right here. My mind is being changed because I don't know. Like I was saying, I don't want to see a sex scene between them. I don't want to see it. No, all of this. But it's actually wearing on me because we got Patina Miller, who was a great actress, and then we got Joey Bada, who's doing his thing. And it's just like, it's giving me, I don't know. It's just giving me, hood, homie, lover, friend. I don't know, y'all. I can't even like express it, but I'm here for it. Okay. That's all I got to say. I can't express how I feel about it, but it's here. I'm here for it because it's sexy and he is freaking sexy. So it really, really helps. Like, I think because he's so freaking sexy, it actually like helps you just get into it and believe what the heck is going on and say, you know what, I think this might work. And when I say work, I'm not saying their relationship is going to work. I'm just talking about me being able to see it. I didn't think they was actually going to show a sex scene, but they sure the heck did, y'all. They sure the heck did. All right. So, oh, what's up? Tamika's in the building. Tamika's den. Oh my goodness. Renee Hicks said Angie and Jesse vibes from All My Children. Oh my goodness. I loved them, but I would never think of that. But I loved Angie and Jesse. Oh my gosh. Like, they had like the best love story, I think, aside from Luke and Laura. But anyway, that was the black love, shall we all? We was here for that. Yeah, Tina, he's definitely falling for Rock. All right. All right. So let me get back to what I was saying. I'm going to have to get back out of this chat. So I'm going to go back to what I was saying, which is I'm going to need Rock to stop pillow talking with Unique. Okay. Some of it is just like work talk, you know what I'm saying, about how she got to figure out how to wash the rest of her money. But I'm still uncomfortable with her talking to Unique about business because I just don't know if I can trust him all the way. But I'm starting to feel like maybe I could, but I'm still afraid. You know what I mean? Like, let's just give it a little more time, okay? But I was glad that Unique told her about him moving forward and meeting with Stefano, who put him on to the Dope Connect, right? To me, Neek doing that It showed me that he's not trying to do things behind her back. But guys, like I said, I'm still very, very nervous. It's gonna. I'm not sure what it's gonna have to take, but it's gonna have to take a test. Like we got to put this little love affair through a test in order for me to really trust Unique. But I still feel like I need Rock to, just keep her stuff close to her chest. Keep it close to your chest, boo. You always gotta, protect and everything. He used to be the ops. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful. Okay. And listen, we were trying to figure out, is she gonna feel slighted by it? She didn't seem to give two craps. She was like, oh, you move fast, and he say, hey, gotta seize the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he brought it up, that creates trust. And that's what I like. All right. I love it actually. Okay. But like I said, she wasn't mad at all. And, she just warns Neek to be careful with the Italians. And he like, oh, you worried about me and everything. She said, no, it's that you close to me. I don't want you bringing no drama. I want no drama around me, and you around me now. And he's like, I'm around you. You around me. Ain't that something? I'm like, listen to this. I just can't get enough of this conversation. I don't know what the heck has taken over me, but they are selling it. That's all I got to say. Prove me wrong. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind. Speaking of a song from the 90s, child, they had Baby Won't You Just Stay. I was like, they better come through again with some more songs. All right. Stay for a little while, baby. I was here for it all, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just getting all blushy and just doing the most right now, but we're almost out of here. But Rock, be careful. Okay? Be careful. Oh boy. Let me see what's going on. Debbie Morgan went from Angie to Tariq's grandmother. Yeah, that's true. All right, let me see what else I'm talking about here. All right, guys. So we got Unique. I'm sorry, not Unique. What is this dude's name? Marvin. He comes to the rescue for Gerald, and he pays off a debt for him. Something that we definitely was not expecting. Trying to figure out how this is gonna play into Marvin's storyline or the story, but it definitely has to, right? I doubt if we've heard the last of this. Especially because when Marvin was trying to take Gerald home, who was knocked out, he fell off the wagon, right? He puts him in his car. He's going through his wallet. He sees this badge that says voice staff. He's an editor as well. So I was wondering, Juke, she's about to go on this audition. And I said, is he a part of this in some way? I don't know. Is he going to have some part to play with Juke possibly getting around? I don't know. I'm sorry. When I say getting around, I mean getting a part in this, becoming a part of the girl group or anything like that. Because like I said, it said voice staff. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out at this point, where is the connection with the story right now? You know what I mean? Where's the connection? I doubt that they showed us that for no reason, because it did look like Juke didn't do well on the audition. She did great to me. She sounded great, but I think they cut her off like that, which was so rude. I think it was because of her look. She's kind of coming off tomboyish, and they want, if you saw the girls that were auditioning, the girl that came in the bathroom like, yeah, my backup and all of this, they're girly girls. And then back in those days when they were looking for a group, they wanted chicks to look like, girly girls, until we had people like TLC come through with the baggy pants and things like that and change it up for you, but whatever. Devin says they cut her off because she's too good. We'll see. We don't know, but we shall see. Hopefully she makes it What's that staff badge about? Don't know, but we're gonna see. I just want to know what the hell. Oh shoot, I didn't even mean to say that. I just want to know what the heck they brought back Gerald for. I don't know. Why'd you bring back Gerald? What is that gonna happen? What's that gonna do? Whatever. All right. So now we have Lulu who gets arrested for beating down a disrespectful dude in Shirley's bar. Okay. When Marvin left to go, um, he left to go to Gerald's rescue, and Lulu was walking down the street. I was so afraid. I said, "Is something gonna happen to Lulu, and this is gonna mess up Juke's performance or her audition? Because something's gonna happen to Lulu." I was just scared. But um, after this episode, I'm starting to feel like Lulu has more of a promising role um on the show. Like he's definitely about to be in the music business, like for sure. Like, he's about to really start living his little dreams and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, because I skipped something. We're gonna go back to it. But he over here talking to Shirley, who looking like Carol from freaking Walking Dead. Go ahead, girl. All right. But come to find out, he walks by this place and they're playing his father's music. And he said, "Where you get that record from?" And, whatever. And then he said, "That's my father on there." And she said, "Elijah was your father?" So all of that. And now we find out she's running the joint by herself. All he needed to do was beat a dude up, get arrested, come back and apologize. And she says, she says I she would need some help around here. She didn't say all that yet. I'm kind of skipping, y'all. I'm sorry. So basically, she's telling him, he's saying, if you need help around here, I can do that. I can do marketing. I could keep, disrespectful dudes like that out of here and all that. She's like, I can use all the help I can get. So for me, I kind of feel like, he's probably going to take over her spot, not take over her spot, like take over and push her to the side. I'm saying like something, he's going to be a very, intricate player, or he's going to have a great role in this bar now. And as he's listening to those rappers, the 90s rap, he's going to find a new sound. And I feel like this place, he's going to turn it into like an underground place, an underground spot for aspiring artists. And this is where a lot of artists that will become famous, this is where they're going to get their start. So like I said, I do feel like Lulu has a promising future on the show as far as longevity wise, because everybody was wondering like what's left for Lulu. Well, here it is. You know what I'm saying? And also there's a story to tell with their father. The way that she was talking, "I'm sorry what happened to your dad," and he goes, nothing happened to him. He did it to himself. We find out that, he tried boxing, he did music. Like he said, he gave up on everything he ever tried. You know what I mean? So there's a lot with that as well. Listen, the Thomas family, this is a whole saga right here. So anybody that want to, try to make this show about Kanan, I'm sorry to bust your bubble. It's not about Kanan. How many times did you see Kanan in this episode, y'all? Let's get real. How many times? It's not about him. Yeah, it's called Raising Kanan because who's raising him? His mother that he can't stand. His mother and her brothers. All of these guys. All right? It's not about Kanan. Kanan is totally secondary. All right? He's an accessory character. His name is in the freaking title, but that doesn't mean nothing. All right? So please with it. Yeah, thank you for saying that. That rap group rapping on stage is Daz Effects, in case y'all didn't know. When I was a kid, I knew all these songs and everything, but I didn't really know who was singing them because I was younger and I was more into R&B and I knew all of them. But when it came to like the rappers, I knew the music, but I didn't know who was rapping the songs. I started really listening to rap heavy when I was like 16 and up. And that's when I started knowing the artists and knowing stuff word for word. That's when I got heavy into it. So, yeah. Anyway, but thank you for telling me that. I really appreciate it. Do you think Famous will come back to Lulu? What? Did you think Famous will come back to Lulu? What's up, RC? I don't really understand that question. Mm-mm. What's the voice of reason? Lulu not dealing with Rock at this point. I gotta read these comments before I highlight them because some of them I'm not really understanding. Miss K, he is getting raised by everyone. Yeah, I think that was my point. Mother, brothers, all that. Anyway, okay, so I need to go back to this because I forgot to mention this freaking guy right here. He done stole a freaking car and somehow found out where Rock lives. Okay. So he sees his brother coming out of Rock's house, and now he knows that his brother's messing with Rock. So how in the world did he find out where this chick lived? That type of stuff gets under my skin when people be finding out where folks live and they don't really show us how they know. Like, she clearly lives in the suburbs somewhere away from the hood. But now this dude know where she lived. Like, if you really think about it, when did you have time to follow your brother? You didn't follow him. Pernesto is asking where the heck he was. And you said you don't know. You were organizing stuff in the cabinets. And now all of a sudden, it's hours later, it's nighttime, and now you know where the dude is. I don't like stuff like that. It's just annoying, man. Can't stand it. Anyway, E-Rock says, so let's go back. Once Rock find out about Lou working at Typical, Rock gonna try to set up shop with her hunger business. I hope not. Like, get the heck out of here, you know? He did not follow him. When did he have time to follow him? He was gone. He was gone all day. So that's what I'm saying. When did he follow him? If he followed him, right, then he would have followed him when he went to go, meet up with whoever he was meeting with at the time. I don't have all the, exact order, but we saw him meet up with the Vietnamese guy. We saw him meet up with the Chinese dude at the Chinese restaurant, right? And like I said, I don't know the order, but my point is we didn't see him follow this guy. Doesn't make sense to me. So stop trying to make sense. Gosh. I love y'all, but y'all be getting on my freaking nerves sometimes. All right? Trying to answer freaking questions. Let me ask the daggone questions rhetorically. All right? And when I really want to answer, y'all can give me one. But I'm speaking rhetorically right now. Okay, Mike? Ronnie Myers knows all and sees all. There we go. I guess. Okay. Which is why I'm tired of this whole daggone thing. All right. I'm tired of it. Dale said, Vanessa gonna give Ronnie the drawers when he tells her where Ron. I don't know about all of that, y'all. So Iconic said Ronnie put GPS in Unique Tim's. Oh my goodness. Here y'all go. I should have never said nothing. That's how y'all do. Soon as I say, don't answer my questions, then we get all of these crazy freaking comments. Oh my gosh. GPS in the Timbs. I can't with you guys. All right. So yeah, so we definitely gonna see this guy moving forward in the business. I think someone was saying if I didn't understand your question. Is what was his name? Famous gonna go back to Lou? I think you were saying that, DeMarcus. Someone I think cleared it up for you. Thank you for that. basically saying Famous, who I'm telling you guys, they done did so much to Famous at this point where I actually forgot and forget a lot of the time that this kid was an aspiring rapper. It's so sad actually, you know, because he's not trying to do anything. So that's why when you asked that, DeMarcus, I was totally like, it just went over my head because I don't even look at Famous as a rapper no more. And you know, even sometimes when I think about the song Streets Need a Body, I still don't really think about him as as an actor, as a rapper. It's kind of crazy, right? It's a little messed up too because it's really sad, you know, how he's just on this downward spiral. You know, it is what it is though. All right. But uh if Juke doesn't make the audition, we don't know how it's gonna happen. She probably get called back. She did a great job. But the thing about it is how come the girl came through saying, I got it in the bag, this and that. It's good. Lucky for y'all, there's 2 slots left. So if she was able, I'm sorry, if she was able to hear that she already got the spot, then why wasn't Juke able to hear that she got the spot? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So you got to think about that as well. So we don't know how that's gonna go. Anyway, what's up, Hope Lee? Uh, Famous was a one-hit wonder. So we also have, oh yeah, when he gets arrested, if he misses Jukebox's audition, of course, because you know he was locked up for a minute. All right. Now I'm not gonna lie, even though I was happy that he punched the dude's lights out, that white guy, it was kind of funny when he was like, you know, shiggity this and figgity that, you know. The white guy was trying to make fun. It was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie, okay. But I was thinking that if things don't work out for Juke, you know, she's definitely gonna come there and she's gonna be singing and stuff like that. I think we might have saw that on the trailer, right, for the season. So hey, now let's move on to, oh yeah, while he was in jail, he saw a scrap. He had a hallucination that he saw a Scrap and D Wiz. And I missed that voice when I heard Scrap. You know, you kind of heard Scrap's voice and it, like kind of like it was like a distant sound. And he was like, "Yeah, that was, you know, that was this, that was that." And I was like, "Oh man, I kind of missed that. Like, why they had to take him out? Like, it just kind of really didn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Taking out that character, it still just don't. It just don't." It doesn't go right now. You know, some people you be like, yeah, I understand why they got rid of this one. I'm not really understanding. I guess with the Scrap situation, we saw Kanan starting to get a little respect for Scrap and liking him and everything like that. And then what the mother did to him, and then lied about it. I guess he kind of was a sacrifice a little bit for the turn in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? The downfall in the relationship between Rock and Kanan. I guess we could look at it like that. You know what I mean? But it's like, hey, you couldn't have chose nobody else. You couldn't have chose Famous. Like, look at what's going on with Famous. We don't need him anymore. And I know I said this earlier that, you know, I kind of feel like they're goofing up Famous, and even if you go back and you look at him now and look at him from like the first season, um he seems more to me, he seems a little more innocent and goofier, and I kind of feel like that's, you know, they're gonna try to play on our heartstrings because his death is gonna be a sad one. You know what I'm saying? And so I say all that to say is while I still feel that way and I'm thinking I was preparing myself for his death, I might be wrong that I'm not really prepared to see what we're going to see probably, right? But also, he could have been the one to go instead of Scrap. I just, you know, like why not Kanan? I'm sorry, Famous instead of Scrap. Oh, come on. Why? Anyway, it is what it is. Oh, no channel. What's up? Says Famous will have a song maybe dedicating to his sister's death. What? Hopefully she don't even come back. What's up, Ghetto Vandross? And they building up Famous to die by Kanan's hand. I listen, the way he bullied him. The way he bullied him in this episode, I already thought of that. Because I was already, thinking like, who's gonna delete him? How is it gonna go down? A lot of it always went back to Kanan, but it was more so like Kanan would have no choice but to delete him. He would be given an order to delete him, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. But the way he bullied him in this episode is kind of like, I could see him doing it and not really giving two craps about it, really. I didn't like it. So yeah, that it gave me that vibe, And could you imagine that if he deletes his best friend, then going to turn around and name his son Sean, and then turn around and kill his own son? It just goes to show what kind of freaking messed up guy we're dealing with here. It's unbelievable. Right. He say facts was K and Famous was shook like he ain't delete Fred. Exactly. Kanan out here. I'm sorry. Every time I say Famous, guys, Kanan comes out first. I don't know why. So sorry about that. Famous out here acting like he didn't delete somebody. Like that should have changed him. Like we don't even see him like dealing with that. You see how we see Famous dealing with the whole, like, I'm over here talking about these characters, and let me just see if I could pull up the folks that I'm talking about. First of all, sorry y'all. You see how we got what is his name? He was just on the screen. Lulu. He's hallucinating. He sees the people that he had some type of hand in deleting, whether it was directly or indirectly, right? He sees it. It's haunting him, it's bothering him. And this is a killer, by the way. Can we please talk about that? This is a killer, y'all. Lulu, I'm talking about. A hitman who is basically now traumatized and bothered by 2 deaths that he had his hand in. All right. Yet you got this dude right here, this goofball, Famous, who is not a killer. Yet we don't see the death of the dude Freddie haunting him at all. I mean, we could guess and say, well, maybe that's the reason why he's always high. Maybe that's why he's kind of lazy, because maybe he's really in a depression and all of that. But like, give us something. Like, I don't want to have to guess every little thing. You know what I mean? Give us something. Let us know that this guy actually thinks about the fact that he took a freaking life. He's a regular dude and he took a life, and now they act like we're supposed to just forget about it. Meanwhile, we have a whole killer who's having hallucinations of people that he deleted or had a part to play in that deletion. I mean, I'm just confused, but whatever. It didn't do it clear to me. My point is that it didn't change Famous really in any way. He was always getting high all the time. He was showing that he was already lazy. Like, it didn't change him in any way, shape, or form. And my thing is, if you already deleted somebody, right? And you got this friend of yours who's telling you that he gonna F you up if you bring somebody into your house, your crib, you gonna let him scare you like that? Then I'm figuring, listen, I deleted somebody, so if it's gonna have to boil down to it, I can do it again or die trying, because you're not about to just like chump me like this. Anyway, Jamaica, what's up, Jamaican WikiLeaks, right? Famous is Soft, Ghost, and Tommy starting running for Kanan. I don't know if I understand that one. I'm ready to see a Raising Kanan. I'm ready to see a Raising Miss K series and how and why she's so crazy. You know what? Shut your daggone trap. And guess what, Mike? I promise you, I just clicked on this. I didn't even know it was you again. He said they dang near wrote around that whole deletion, like maybe we will forget about it. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it seems like they did. And we didn't forget. Stop playing. I have a lot of respect for the writers on Raising Kanan, but don't play. Don't play. You know what I'm saying? Do not do that. Okay, so let's go back. We were on this right here. But like I said, there's gonna be some things that's gonna happen. Maybe Famous will make his way back down to this little underground spot. I have no idea, but the way things are going, I don't know, y'all. Okay. So now we got Rock, who she's her hairdresser is doing her hair and she's talking and all this stuff. And Rock is like, listen, girl, come on. I ain't got all day to be here. Finish my hair, girl. Stop talking. Or talk and do my hair. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand when the hairdresser be like stopping to say something. Like you can't do the talking and curl my hair at the same daggone time or whatever. Girl. So Rock, she's hearing from the hairdresser that, the landlord wants to sell the place and all this drama going on. So, of course, it's turning in her mind, the ideas, the wills, all of that. We know she needs a place to clean her money. Perfect place, right? So she about to buy that daggone beauty salon to wash her money. All right. And that's just that. Let's see. Now, oh my gosh, Jamaican wiki. I don't know if you've been here before, sweetie, but I don't highlight Breeze comments. All right, I'm just letting you know, boo. I'm not a Breeze like theorist over here where I'm waiting for Breeze to come and like I just no. I just can't. I want to say something, but just because I don't want to entertain anything Breeze. Just so y'all know, when I was in school, they used to call me Easy Breezy. That was like my little tag name or whatever. And you know what? I never thought about this. The fact that we hear this name freaking Breeze. I never thought about the tag. I never thought about it. I never thought about my nickname in school and all that. My teacher called me that. He called me Easy Breezy. So it just kind of stuck. And that was that. Because I used to want to be a cover girl. I used to want to model when I was a kid. I used to want to act. I used to want to sing. I used to want to do all that stuff. And once I told him that I wanted to be an easy breezy, beautiful cover girl, he started calling me Easy Breezy. He never said my name ever. Even if he was warning me, he would say, Easy Breezy. Like you're getting bad. Anyway, Ms. K Breeze, stop. So guys, Ghetto Vandross, what are you saying? Are you directing that towards me or the whole Breeze thing? Because, child, I can't with the Breeze. Ugh. Chinese restaurant in the hood. Come to the hood, Miss K. Come to the hood. Listen. Anyway. So now we at this scene right here. Where my man comes to the Chinese restaurant. The lady is freaking telling her husband he's black, blah, blah, blah. I thought he worked with Italians, blah, blah. And, Unique is like, yo, what is y'all talking about back here? Do we have a problem? You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't have time for nothing. He don't have time for nothing, all right? And so I just loved it. I really did. I just loved it. Every scene that Unique got going on, like I said, if y'all just joined it, you wasn't here earlier, I gave him the MVP of the episode because I was just loving it all. I was loving the attitude. I was loving the I ain't got all day stuff. Like what is y'all talking about? What's the problem here? You know what I'm saying? Like, and she sounds so freaking stupid to me because it's like, how you gonna expect that you got the Italians selling drugs for y'all? Like in this neighborhood, by the way. Makes sense, dummy. This is why stupid people and people that don't know nothing about this kind of business should not get involved. And they always think they know. Like, it's so annoying. Just kind of like Juliana. Like, you think you know. So you got all of this stuff to say. So her husband had to tell her, like, you expect the freaking Italians gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Look at the freaking area we live in. Duh, dummy. That's what he should have ended it. Duh, dummy. You know what I'm saying? But listen, so the guy comes out because Unique had to stick his head through the thing, like, excuse me, like, what the heck is the problem? And so he said, we ain't got no problem. So now Unique is like, all right, then let's discuss putting some things on the menu. So I already like how this is going. It sounds like it's going to be a pretty smart operation. For me, I would do it to where only people that's distributing know this menu. Not no regular folks, not no dope fiends coming in and ordering stuff off the menu if they want something. Heck no. That would be so stupid. I think that's how Unique and them is gonna do it. I think, because then you could come out with the big bag, like how Chinese be having. If you get a whole bunch of food, you come out with that big bag, that brown bag. I'm thinking that's how it's gonna be, but whatever. So, let me see. The Breeze Theory. Oh, he must not watch your reaction on Lamont's channel. Yeah. No, nobody. If you come in here talking about Breeze, you're new here. That's how I feel. You're new here if you come here talking about Breeze. Okay. I'm so disinterested. Dell says Miss K likes Wheel of Fortune more than Jeopardy. Please explain what you're talking about. Okay. Now, because I actually do like Jeopardy a lot, but I like Wheel of Fortune as well. All right. Anyway, so that's the Asian dude from The Dark Knight. Oh, okay. That's what's up. Let's see, guys. I think we're done. So now we're going to get to this last scene before I get the heck out of here. Tomorrow, please join me at 8:05 with my crew while we discuss our least favorite moments, and scratching my head moments. Okay. Whew. Because at this point, I'm figuring there are a few scratching my head moments, y'all. I screwed up last week because my favorite scene in the episode was for last week's episode was Lulu and Juke's interaction together. I loved it. That was my favorite scene, and I totally freaking forgot about it by the time I got to the Sunday Live, and I picked Juliana in Rock's scene because I just like the way Rock was giving it to Juliana. But that wasn't my favorite scene. Okay, like, listen, guys, throughout this episode we saw the feds were sniffing around. I do not want to forget that. Yes, they're all over the place. They're sniffing. Okay, we know it. They're watching Rock talk to the real estate agent and everything about buying the salon and all that, and we get the disgusting fed in there talking about she don't seem like she's no big shot drug dealer, nothing like that, but I would like to screw her to find out. You know what I mean? Just disgusting. There's a lot of that going on, but it is what it is. Okay. Oh my gosh, AG, girl, you are here with me. The fact that you said he looked so nasty in this scene, I'm telling you that in my mind, as I look at this and I look at him, he looked like a dude that just finished peeing on himself and he don't want to move because he's super embarrassed. That was before all right. Yes, first, it was the Michael Myers vibe. That's what he was giving me. All right. But when I took a second look and actually took the picture, I was like, oh my gosh, why does he look like he peed on himself and he's embarrassed? And I'm just like, it looks so stupid to me. But Kanan, he's got his operation going. He's using the couriers. Everything's going well. He's got it going on, right? And him and Famous are talking about it. And Kanan's back is towards Ronnie, so he doesn't see. But Famous sees it and he's like, yo, somebody's clocking us, this and that. And he's like, he giving him ill vibes. So Kanan turns around. He automatically notices that it's Ronnie. He doesn't say Ronnie. I think he just says it's Unique's brother. And I was like, oh my gosh. So he said, let's get out of here. They trying to get into the house quickly. All right. And like I was saying earlier, some of you, I kind of was talking about him earlier. Him meaning Ronnie. I'm not feeling this, guys. Like him just standing there looking all types of crazy. Now, my thing is he gonna try to hurt I'm sorry, not is he gonna try? What's his plan? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you standing across the street and you just staring and you not saying anything and you looking all crazy and everything, right? Is his plan now that he knows that his brother's messing with Rock, is his plan to hurt Rock's child? You know what I'm saying? But see, here's the thing. Just like Kanan thought that he had a plan to hurt Reek turned around and said something to him like, I hate my father. And that's all Kanan needed to hear. And now he's intrigued and he's like, maybe I could use this little ninja for something else. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of thinking like we're going to get that whole, like, we're going to have that same kind of interaction again, you know, and that same type of dynamic where, you know, he might try to get at Kanan to get at Rock, but Kanan gonna say something like, yo, man, I hate my mother. I hate my mother. Everything she do, she burn it all down. I hate my mother. All right. I have to tell y'all that I hate the way he freaking talks. All right. No disrespect to the young man who acts and does it, but it does get on my nerves because it's a little too much. I shouldn't say that. That's not nice because, you know, I respect actors and stuff. But yeah, that's all he gonna say. I hate my mother. And then Ronnie gonna take them crazy, what's that? Them crazy Michael Myers eyes. That's that. And be like, oh, okay, maybe I could do something with this guy. You know, we gonna take his mother down from the inside. You know? It's crazy. AG said, I'm from New York and my accent isn't that strong. Oh, snap, girl. I didn't know you was from New York. Yeah. Everybody, I mean, it's not even that though. It's not like that's his accent and all, but it's just like it's not the accent. It's the way he's like he's trying to sound like 50, you know, and we know that because 50 got shot and everything, that changed the way he speaks. He kind of speaks through, you know, he doesn't open his mouth all the way or whatever, right? And so he's kind of like dragging that whole thing out. When 50 do it, it's totally fine. It don't bother me when he do it. But you get this young guy who it's obvious that he studied 50 a little more, and now he's trying to really talk like that, and it's just like really, really, really like, please stop, bro. Like, stop. Oh gosh. Ronnie Combs. Yeah, you know what? I should not have highlighted that. Yeah, I be doing too much. The Kanan actors West Indian like Biggie and had the dialect to make voice sound like that. That's what's up, yeah. Whatever that means, okay? But the bottom line is he hate his mother. You hear me? He hate his mother. I hate my mother. Yo, somebody sent me something so funny, and I wish I could share it with y'all. Y'all probably seen it. Somebody did like a little skit where he was on the basketball court, and they was like, "Yo, pass the rock," and he turned around. And he was like, "What you say about my mother?" And he was like, "What? Ain't nobody talk about your mom's, man. Pass the rock." And then he looked down at the ball. He was like, everything I do remind me of my mother. I hate my mother. I was just crying, yo. Because the guy that was doing it was hilarious. Oh my gosh. Oh, gosh. I gotta stop, y'all. I gotta stop. But Ronnie out here looking like he peed on himself. He looked like a super nerd. Like, I don't buy a dude like him that he was on top, because and I'm not saying nerds can't be on top, y'all. I'm really not. It's just that, like, he doesn't, gosh, it's just hard. I don't know. I know what I want to say and I know how to explain it, but it's just that I don't have all day because I feel like I'm gonna rebuttal my own like my own comments, okay? Because I know you could be a freaking nerd. You could look like this, you know what I mean? And still have power. Look how crazy he is. You know, he could still be fearful. Anybody looking like him could be fearful and, you know, all of that. But, you know, even though he looks crazy, he looks lame too. And a part of the game always has that swag element, and you know, you got to know how to dress. You drippy, you got the jewels on and everything, the cars and blah blah blah. And this dude just don't look like he ever had that. He don't even look like he's swagless. He don't look like he even know how to dress, y'all. I'm just saying. Okay? I'm just saying. He don't look the part to me. He don't look the part to me. Now, I don't and for me, here's my thing. If he's the dude that the craziest dude stayed away from, how he get people to work for him? You got to have some type of charisma. You know what I'm saying? You got to have something about you that makes folks want to follow you. So for me, it just don't match. I don't see how it do. See, that's the reason why Lamar from BMF is by himself, because he don't have that charisma about him, that leadership, or he don't have all of that. Cuz he's freaking crazy. Nobody want to work under nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you could get a few, you probably could get it probably 2 to 3 guys, maybe 2, I'll say, that you might be able to work for you because you bullied them. You know what I'm saying? Or they your cousin or something like that. You know what I mean? But as far as like actually running a whole little gang or little crew on the streets, I don't see this guy doing that. Don't look good to me. Yes, one shot. He's definitely ambassador for goodwill. Like, what's happening? Like, why doesn't he have clothes? Why? And my thing is, he seems very proud of the clothes that he has on. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying it don't match. It don't match. This dude was supposed to be the one that had it all on lock or whatever, and then he went away. Mike Conley said they did out of fear, but that's my point though. You still got to have something besides the fear. He's just all crazy. He doesn't have anything that will draw other dudes to him. Like, you're not going to make me work for you over out of just fear. Like, how you even going to get close to a dude when he's running from you? Look what Kanan and Famous just did. They ran. You look like that, folks is running from you. That's all I'm saying. I mean, this is the reason why I didn't really want to explain all that, because I kind of feel like I would just go off and, oh gosh, it's just crazy. Ronnie was looking at Kanan saying, that's how I take down Rock for good. Looking stupid. Ronnie, make sure his crease is crisp and well starched. Sure do. Dexter says, Ronnie reminded me of Urkel when he was ironing his clothes. Gosh, I don't know. I'm telling you, this man is ridiculous, guys. I don't want to see the horror element. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see the horror element. They gotta do something about that. Like, I kind of feel like, and I don't want to say they dropped the ball, because like I said, I really have respect for the writers on Raising Kanan. I just don't feel like this is a good fit for a show like this, where now you're bringing in this kind of horror element. I don't like it. It's corny. It's cheesy. It's very cheesy. Okay, this guy over here looking crazy. And he don't even, okay, if you saw this picture and you never watched the show, you wouldn't be afraid of this. He just looks like a nerd that's standing there, and maybe he walked far from somewhere and he finally made it home, and he's looking at home like, I'm home finally. You know, like, it's just nothing. There's nothing scary. Like, he's got this emotion about him where he's happy that after a long journey, he finally sees home. Like he was abducted when he was a child, and now he escaped, and now he's sees his house. You know what I'm saying? That's what you would probably, well, that's what I would think, because I'm like that. Okay? He don't look scary to me just from this picture alone if you didn't know the show you were watching. Okay? That's all. Right? But knowing the show that we're watching, knowing what the heck we saw, it was very creepy and it was giving Michael Myers. And honestly, I was expecting that when Kanan turned around, that Ronnie wasn't going to be there anymore, because that's what they're giving. They're giving that horror element. And I'm not here for it. Please get rid of that. It's too late now, but I'm just saying, for next season, if you're not going to delete him now, which I hope so, then if he's going to be moving on to the next season, please get rid of that horror crap. Like, it's just ridiculous. Your queen said, back at the family home and they all are gone because they all got M's by Ronnie. Yeah, horror flick. That's what it is. I can't anymore. Neek said his style haven't caught up yet, but dude don't seem to have any style. Right. He really doesn't. No. So before we get out of here, I'm glad that One Shot brought this up. It says, I'm very interested in Dean versus Ronnie next episode. I'd pay front row seat how that plays out. I'm thankful that you brought that up because I wanted to bring it up. I forgot to add it into my notes. That scene right there, speaking of Ronnie and this whole, this I was explaining to my my members in my first reaction recap that I would be very disappointed if they start on the path that Force has taken, where they make people, especially Tommy, like a superhero type of person that, they can't be touched, or, nothing dangerous can happen to them. They're untouchable, all of that. Right. And so when I saw the trailer and I saw him yoke up Ronnie, when he yoked up Dean, I was saying he should not be able to do that. He should be a marked man now for that. Okay. And if by any way he's not penalized for this and he's able to delete Dean instead, I'm going to be very, very disappointed, because that means that they have taken a turn to how Force is, and they're trying to beef this guy up to be some type of invincible villain. And I was also saying in the recap that, Michael Myers, the difference between him and Freddy and Jason and all is that he was actually human. He wasn't supernatural. But they screwed up because they kept making him come back even after he got his head chopped off. And then people, like, I lost so much interest in the whole Michael Myers franchise, because it was like, okay, this is getting stupid now. The dude is alive. He's just a psycho person. Yeah, he may have psycho strength and things like that, but if he gets his head chopped off, he's not supposed to come back. So now all of a sudden y'all turning this into something supernatural, where that was the difference between him with Freddy and Jason. You know what I'm saying? So that's where they really go on Michael Myers with this dude now. If you make him kill Dean, you're really trying to make it seem like this dude is Michael Myers and he's untouchable, or he's on, this is some superhero, supervillain type of Thanos type of crap going on. And I'm not here for it. We're watching Raising Kanan. We're watching a show. It's a hood show. It's from the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Don't do too much. Please don't do too much. It's super annoying. Del Traverso says, I predicted that Dean would be one of Ronnie's bodies. Yeah. And if that happens, that's just going to be super, super, okay, super disappointing. And I would officially lose faith. And I'm telling y'all right now, I will officially lose faith in the writers of Raising Kanan. And that's just the bottom line. You do some clownery like that, you're definitely about to be, in the same bracket or category as Force. Now, Force, they're doing better. They speed writing now, don't get me wrong, but they're doing better. But they still got Tommy on this superhero crap, and I'm not here for it. Okay? That's that. Listen, my favorite villain is Thanos. But it's freaking Marvel. That's what I expect. All right? On a show like this, Hood Tales, I do not expect anything superhero-esque. That's corny. It's cheesy. Boo. Okay? One Shot said, I actually like Dean. I'd hope his bodyguards pull the blicks on Ronnie once he yokes up Dean's fresh turtleneck. Yeah, that can't go unanswered. I didn't even mean to be up in here for almost 2 hours, y'all. I promise you. That can't go unanswered. Real talk. So if they freaking go on ahead and make Ronnie kill this man, come on now. Come on. That makes no sense to me. They made it seem like Dean was the man, okay? And I'm not saying that Dean can't be deleted. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying let's really make sense of stuff. That's all I'm saying. Somebody like him, I kind of feel like Dean should have, I don't know. See, I don't know. I was going to say, I feel like Dean probably shouldn't even gave him the time of day because he's washed, right? But sometimes out of respect in that business, sometimes out of respect for somebody that you probably did business with, which I don't know if that's a fact because we don't know a lot of backstory about them. Out of respect, you hear them out and you hear the plans and all that stuff. Okay, but man, oh man, if he creates a problem, see, this is what I would like. If he creates a problem, Ronnie, by going in there being disrespectful and putting his hands on Dean, Dean is probably not going to do nothing to this man inside his mother's or his grandmother's bingo place. He gonna keep it peace. But like I said, he should be a marked man after that. But I want to see Dean strategize now. Okay, Rock. There is gonna be something that's gonna pull Rock back into the game some way, somehow. I don't know what the heck this lady got up her sleeve, but she definitely got something brewing. We just don't freaking know yet. All right, but maybe he might call her in, and you know what I'm saying? She gonna be like, what's the chick name? What was the chick's name from Belly? Was it Sheba or something like that? Was it Sheba? Oh gosh, I wish I could remember. Remember she came in and she had like her body was all like she had on practically nothing. She had the headdress with the feathers and stuff like that. She the one that came and cut Ox's throat. So let me find out that they gonna call on Sheba. All right. No, I'm talking about in Jamaica. Just me be in Jamaica. When they called on Sheba, I don't know if I'm saying her name right. But the Jamaican chick, the tall one, she came through. She like her body was like glistening with stuff. Looked like she had artwork all on her body and stuff like that. And then she came through. And just when Ox thought, he was on his Scarface, he went out exactly like Scarface too, only he didn't get shot up. Oh, Sheba came leaping off of the daggone freaking balcony and slit his freaking throat after he was bragging that he killed people for fun. Okay, so let me find out that what is his name? Dean. Rock about to call Dean. Dean about to call on Rock as if that's his Sheba. Okay, but that's just me. That's my wishful thinking because of the fact that I would love that to happen. But see, nobody knew about Sheba. Ox didn't know about Sheba. He didn't see her coming. And Ronnie can't see her coming. So who is it that Ronnie can't see coming that Dean will put in place? It's going to be somebody, I hope. Shoot. I can't stand trying to predict and theorize sometimes, y'all. Mike said the thick killer. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. We're going to talk some more tomorrow. I really appreciate you guys rocking with me for almost 2 hours on a Saturday night. I love you guys. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Until next time, you guys take care and be blessed. And I will see you in the next video. Okay. Bye-bye.